The Himalayan peaks stand as silent witnesses. Below, the line of control crackles with tension. India and Pakistan, two nuclear-armed neighbors, are locked in conflict once more. This latest escalation, the worst in nearly 3 decades, is a stark reminder of the volatile relationship between these South Asian nations. The world watches with bated breath, hoping for a swift resolution. The alternative is unthinkable. The recent flare-up began in the aftermath of a deadly attack on Hindu tourists in Indian-administered Kashmir in April 2025. India blamed Pakistan-based militants. Pakistan denied involvement. Tensions, always simmering, boiled over. The spectre of conflict is not new to this region. India and Pakistan have fought 3 wars since their independence in 1947. 2 of these wars were over the disputed territory of Kashmir. The region remains a major point of contention. This current crisis, however, is unfolding in a world grappling with multiple geopolitical crises. The Russia-Ukraine war has already heightened global anxieties. Another conflict, especially one involving nuclear-armed states, is a grim prospect for the international community. On May 7, 2025, India launched airstrikes targeting what it claimed were terrorist camps inside Pakistan-administered Kashmir. These strikes, codenamed Operation Sindoor, marked a significant escalation. India claimed the strikes were a necessary response to the tourist attack and aimed at preventing further cross-border terrorism. Pakistan, denying any involvement in the earlier attack, condemned the Indian airstrikes as an act of aggression. It vowed retaliation. What followed were days of intense cross-border shelling and artillery exchanges. Both sides accused the other of violating the ceasefire agreement in place along the line of control. A new and worrying element in this conflict has been the use of unmanned aerial vehicles, or drones. India accused Pakistan of launching drone attacks on its military installations. Pakistan, in turn, claimed India was using drones for surveillance and targeted killings. The increasing use of drone technology adds a dangerous and unpredictable dimension to the conflict. The situation remains extremely tense, with both sides reinforcing their military presence along the border. The risk of further escalation is very real. Any miscalculation or misjudgment could have devastating consequences, not just for India and Pakistan, but for the entire region. The human cost of this conflict is already tragically evident. Dozens of civilians have lost their lives in the crossfire. Homes and livelihoods have been destroyed. The shelling has forced thousands to flee their homes, seeking refuge in makeshift camps. Beyond the immediate casualties, the conflict has had a devastating impact on the lives of ordinary people. Cities on both sides of the border have witnessed panic and fear. Air raid sirens have become a chilling soundtrack to daily life. Schools and businesses have been shut down. The international community has responded with alarm and urgency. World leaders, including the United States and China, have called for immediate de-escalation. The United Nations has urged both sides to exercise restraint and engage in dialogue. Saudi Arabia, a close ally of Pakistan, has taken on a mediating role. Other countries, including Qatar, are also involved in diplomatic efforts to defuse the crisis. The focus is on preventing a full-blown war and finding a peaceful resolution. The conflict has also had a significant impact on the economies of both countries. Stock markets have plummeted. Trade has been disrupted. The tourism industry, already reeling from the pandemic, has been dealt another blow. The current crisis between India and Pakistan is not an isolated incident. It is the latest chapter in a long and troubled history, marked by mistrust, hostility, and violence. The partition of British India in 1947, which created the 2 independent nations, was a bloody and traumatic event. Millions were displaced, and communal violence claimed countless lives. The Kashmir conflict, a legacy of partition, has been a festering wound for over 7 decades. Both India and Pakistan claim the region in its entirety. This has led to 3 wars and countless skirmishes, poisoning relations and hindering any meaningful dialogue. Adding to the complexities are the internal dynamics within both countries. In India, the rise of Hindu nationalism has exacerbated tensions with Pakistan. In Pakistan, the military continues to exert significant influence on policy, particularly on matters related to India. Despite the long history of conflict, there have been attempts at reconciliation. However, these efforts have often been derailed by mistrust, political opportunism, and a lack of sustained commitment. The 2008 Mumbai attacks, carried out by Pakistan-based militants, dealt a severe blow to the peace process. The current crisis underlines the urgent need for a fresh approach to India-Pakistan relations. Dialogue, however difficult, remains the only viable path to peace. Both sides must prioritize diplomacy over military action and work towards a lasting solution to the Kashmir issue. The alternative is unthinkable. Another war, this time potentially nuclear, with catastrophic consequences for the